Guys, how are you doing? I am Ngina and I like talking about money. So it's a Thursday, it's very cold, it's chilly, but here I am getting ready to go shoot the podcast. I also want us to have a conversation about the things that I don't think we should be spending money on. To be honest, I've made a few of these mistakes that I'm about to say, but we learn, we live, 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 we learn. Sorry. I'm going to get late doing this. Yeah, so we can get right into it. Yeah. And if you see me looking behind like if you just don't see me looking directly at you, it's because the mirror is over here and I sometimes don't know what I'm doing to my face, so we might be referring there. Let's get into it. Okay, so on account of me not being able to multitask, we are going to do it like this. My mirror is basic AF, so ignore that. Sorry, ignore that. The first thing that I don't think you should be spending money on, and this is a big one, like let's start off like from there coming back here, is a house or a home when you are not ready yet. Because people don't know this, but houses and homes that you are living in are not assets. That's a liability. You are living in your liability. And if you don't have the money to sustain the mortgage, or if you don't have the money to sustain the loan that you took out to buy the house, you're essentially probably paying more than what you'd be paying in rent than if you had taken that money out and invested it in something and had it grow and then bought a property. You get me? Do you get me? If you don't get me, I'm trying to say that you see how our African culture, they're like, you need to settle down, build a home, buy pieces of land. These things can be liabilities because you're taking out a large sum of money up front that could have been used in other short-term investments. So it's a long-term liability. Are you understanding me? Well, if you don't understand, go read Rich Dad Poor Dad. It puts it out quite clearly how owning a home before your time, and when I say before your time, I mean it's before you have like upfront cash. Yeah, I feel like I would only want to leave a house and I would only want to live in a house that I could pay at least 50% of it down upfront and then pay the rest of it off as we go along. But most people do like a 20% down payment and then they pay mortgage for like 30 years. I don't think I'd want to do that. I think I'd want to be like 50% and then in the next 10 years be able to complete the payment. I don't know if that makes sense to you. And ideally, honestly, I feel like I would just want to buy a house up front in cash. If I don't have the cash, I probably would not be buying a house. Hello, so I know we're in a completely different environment from the last time, and it's because life just got away from me. So I'm making some pilau, and as we're doing that, we'll continue talking about the things that I don't think we should be spending money on. Currently I'm boiling nyama. I think it's already boiled because I've taken out some soup and it's slapping. With this Nairobi cold, it's slapping. And yeah, another thing that I don't think we should be spending money on is cheap alcohol. So I know that as Kenyans we have a heavy drinking culture, and this might come as a shock to you, but I too used to spend money on cheap alcohol. And the reason why I'm saying cheap alcohol and not alcohol in general is because of the health implications that cheap alcohol has, that we fail to recognize that there's a crackdown on alcohol that is under, let me say, under 200 bob a quarter, because people are out here making this alcohol inside their houses with spirits. It's not standardized. You're there consuming a lot of it, and then 30 years down the road, the health and financial health implications that are going to be there are going to be so heavy that you will wish you had bought Ciroc and Hennessy, because you're over there paying millions in hospital bills when you could have easily just drank something that is good for you in the first place. So that's why I don't think we should be spending money on cheap alcohol. If it tastes like it could be used in surgery, let's not put it in our bodies. Let's just not do that. I just genuinely don't think we should be doing that to ourselves as people who love ourselves. We don't think we should be doing that to ourselves as people who love ourselves. Alcohol in general, though, I don't want to be cancelled because we are very much a drinking nation, but I also feel like we don't need to be spending as much as we spend on alcohol in general. Like, I get it, once in a while it's fun when we drink. Let's drink the good stuff. We drink it in a classy, nice, put together way. We don't need to be drinking every day and getting shit-faced, is what I'm trying to say. If you are of a different opinion, it's okay. You spend your money the way you want to spend it. Just I don't want to do that. I do not want anything to do with that. The other thing that I don't think we should be spending money on is dating when we are not ready to. As a babe, if you're dating and you feel like the only way you're going to meet this person is if they're sending you transport money everywhere, like you legitimately, even if he's compensating you, even if he's like, use your own money and then I'll pay you back, and you don't have that your own money to get you to where he's taking you, I don't know if you should be dating for real. Like, this might be an unpopular opinion, especially for the babes, but even for the guys. As a guy, if you feel like you're coming into someone's life and you can't sustain her where she's at, you can't take her to the places she takes herself, I genuinely don't think you should be dating. I feel like that's not a way you should be spending your money at that point in time, because you're going to get frustrated. You're going to get frustrated at this person, frustrated at yourself, frustrated at your people, because you may try to borrow money to take this person out on a date and they will refuse. Because why are you borrowing money to take a girl out on a date? Are you okay? Are you okay? Fine.
Hapa ndio ufukara na umaskini imekufikisha, imekufinyilia, imekukandamiza, imekufunganisha.
Prioritize. You know? Use that money, do business, make money, take this girl out when you have the money to take her out. And as a babe, work hard, do whatever you need to do so that you don't need to depend on someone 100% of the way. I genuinely feel like spending money in relationships or on dating, especially starting out a relationship, when you don't have the money, is just terrible financial decisions. It's a terrible life decision. It's a terrible financial decision. So think about it. The next time someone asks you out, do you have enough money to get yourself back home if this person decides to ditch you at that restaurant? Or if this person decides to leave and leave you with a bill, do you have enough money to get yourself out of the situation? Because, you know, if you've not watched Nairobi Sisterhood, we talk about, you know, baby girl lifestyle. And this was some of the things that came up. How a babe went on a date and the man ended up not having his wallet on him, so she paid for everything, including his transport back to his place. So if you can't even protect yourself in a situation, you know, sometimes money will protect you. If you can't even be in a situation where your money is protecting you and getting you home, are you sure you should be dating? Yeah, that's all I want to ask. Yeah, let me move on before I get cancelled. Okay guys, I'm not the best cook, so if you see what I'm doing and you're like, what are you doing? Well, actually, I'm a pretty okay cook. I just don't like to cook and I don't cook as often, so leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Anyway, and still on the dating story, if you don't have the money to give your partner, don't give them. Like, I know it's very easy to get financially manipulated, especially in situations where love is involved. But as a man or as a woman, if you're dating and this person all of a sudden starts borrowing you money and you feel like that money is money, if you lost it, you would feel some type of way. Treat them the way you would treat any other person if they borrowed you money. If you don't have the money to give out, don't let love be the thing that's making you sleep outside. I'm saying this very cautiously, like I'm really trying to watch my words in this situation. But maybe I'm also saying this because I was in a situation where someone really needed my help. I couldn't help as much as I wanted to, but I still wound up getting into debt so that I can help them. Okay, let me just tell you guys this story in full. So this person I was seeing at the time decided to get into some trouble with law enforcement. So they needed bail money. The bail money they needed was upwards about 5k, upwards of 5k, plus transport maybe like 6, 7 to take the Uber to where they were, and you know, all of that. But it was 1 a.m. in the morning. I had 500 bob to my name. So I had to call my friend at 2 a.m. in the morning to lend me money to bail this person out, considering the thing that he was caught doing was something very avoidable. I feel like I just should have let his family handle it. I shouldn't have gone into debt because of him. He did end up giving me back my 5 to 6k, and at this point in time I had to pay my friend back, so I had to do what I needed to do, you know, work more than I needed to, or save more than I needed to, or just do things out of my way so that I can pay my friend back because of the mess I got into because of this guy. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is don't lend people money or spend money in situations where you don't have the money to spend. In that case, someone would say it was an emergency. Genuinely, I don't think someone being in a cell is an emergency, because they're not dying, they're not in any immediate danger, unless they are, then hurry up and get them. But honestly, you can get out in the morning. we can go to court. I'm a lawyer by profession. We can figure out a way legally to get you out without spending my money if I don't have the money to spend it. Right now, if I had the 5K and it was neither here nor there, I don't feel like this would have been a pinch the way it was, because I had to borrow money. I don't know. It makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to anyone else. Yeah. Dear future husband, I got you. I got the other thing that I don't think we should be spending money on, especially as adults, is anything out of peer pressure. Like, for real, if you don't want to spend money on something, don't do it. If your friends are going out to eat or to drink and you feel like, nah, I'm not for that vibe, whether it's because of financial reasons or non-financial reasons, see must. Like, you don't need to do things that you don't want to do. For me, for instance, I was struggling with moving because I know my friends don't like where I live. Sorry, friends. Hi. I know my friends don't like where I live, but I kind of feel like it was peer pressure that was making me feel like I needed to move, like trying to find somewhere else to go. And then when I sat down and really thought about it, I'm fine with where I am. I don't mind the location. I don't mind the house. I don't feel like it's my time to move yet. I could, honestly, like, it's financially possible for me to move, but it's going to be an expense that I would rather not incur because I have no problem living where I'm living. And me moving would be purely out of peer pressure. And I love my friends, and they may not always want to come visit me, and that's okay. But I'm not gonna do anything just because they don't like where I live. If I move, it's going to be because of me, because I want to move to somewhere different, because I have the financial resources to move me to somewhere different. So the next time any of my friends ask me to move, I'm gonna ask them to pay the deposit in my next house. Oh, I'm about to burn the nyanya. Oh, it's not the nyanya, the garlic. So, how do you even open this? So I feel like I'm done with the things that I don't think we should be spending money on for now. But we are most likely 110% going to have a part 2 of this video, because I feel like I have so many more in my head. It's just that I can't think of any right now. Well, I can. I just don't feel like doing the whole explaining and this becoming a 3-hour video, and I'm a podcaster, I can talk. So I'm going to leave it at that for now, and you guys can tell me other things in the comment sections that you don't think we should be spending money on. And before that, give this video a like and subscribe. Okay, bye. See you guys next time.